Monday are the Iowa caucuses, and there's little hope Republicans will even think about climate catastrophe as they attempt to cast their ballot in 15 degree below zero weather. It will be the coldest Iowa caucuses ever. As of this evening, Des Moines Airport says it's gotten 24 inches of snow so far from its 5-day blizzard. Iowa is going through the worst blizzard since 1941. Now, to give you an idea how rapidly climate catastrophe is accelerating, the coldest Iowa caucuses before Monday's was 20 years ago, where the weather was 9 degrees, not 9 degrees below zero, 9 degrees. We're now seeing voting conditions that are close to 20 degrees colder than they were 20 years ago. This is climate catastrophe, and it's a psychosis. The Republicans are not dealing with reality. This is a psychosis. Not a peep from the Republican candidates about getting off fossil fuels. As president, Trump left the Paris Agreement. He reversed 100 Obama-era executive orders that were signed to protect our air and water. He put the odious Scott Pruitt, a tool of the fossil fuel industry, in charge of our Environmental Protection Agency. And even worse, for Secretary of State, he picked serial killer Rex Tillerson, the head of Exxon. All of this, what's going on in Iowa this morning, it is Exxon's fault. Rex Tillerson was Donald Trump's first Secretary of State. Ron DeSantis is all in on fossil fuels. He said there's no way we can power this economy without fossil fuels. For some reason, he's anti-electric vehicle, and as governor was instrumental in passing laws that made it illegal for Florida cities to get off fossil fuels and switch to utilities that provide alternative energy. Nikki Haley says climate change is real, but it's China's fault, not America's. And she insists controlling emissions or switching to alternative energy would cost our economy trillions of dollars. She's an idiot. No, it adds trillions of dollars to our economy. It's economics 101, you moron. What it does do is it takes trillions of dollars away from her benefactors, the fossil fuel industry. So instead of controlling carbon emissions, Nikki Haley says we need to focus on carbon capture, which is not just a pipe dream. The pipe is leaking billions of gallons of oil into our groundwater. There is no such thing as carbon capture, Nikki Haley. With 5 years left, the clock is ticking, and you're talking carbon capture? You're stupid and you're a liar. As for Vivek Ramaswamy, does it matter what this self-loathing blowhard is selling when it comes to climate change? I'll just tell you, he claims the environmental movement is nothing but a cult. And he should know about cults. And he says carbon should be celebrated, that we're not grateful enough for carbon. Basically, carbon is like Trump. It beats up on Vivek Ramaswamy, and Vivek says, "Please, sir, can I have some more? Would you give me some more?" I love these Republicans. They're all so macho and tough, and they don't like to get pushed around, and but the minute Trump raises an eyebrow, they take a knee. Well, thanks to the Republicans, because the Republicans have created this climate disaster, Republicans in Iowa, thanks to Republicans, will risk frostbite to stand in line to cast a ballot for one of these serial killers. I mean, this is what they are. If you're a climate change denier, you're a serial killer. Look, if you're a Republican voter in Iowa, I'm talking to Republican voters in Iowa who will risk their life, literally their limbs, to stand in line in this kind of weather. If you're a Republican voter on Monday, you go out and vote for one of these pigs. I shouldn't call them pigs. Let's just call them humans. Pigs are good people. That should be a T-shirt. Pigs are good people. If you're a Republican voter in Iowa, something's wrong with you. There's a mass psychosis going on. Look, there's something missing in your life. There's something missing in your brain and your soul. And I feel sorry for you. I really do. Right up until the point when your stupidity, gullibility, intellectual sloth, and immorality starts threatening my life and my children's life. The idea that you would vote for any of these candidates, in my estimation, makes you, I don't even want to say the word. I won't even say the word. I have a note. I'm not going to call you what I think you are. I don't want to hear about your victimhood. I don't want to hear, oh, they're victims. That's why they're voting in the Iowa Republican caucus. It's about they're victims of deindustrialization. They're victims of the decline of unions. They're just good, ordinary Americans falling prey to con artists selling hyper-individualism. You know, at some point, you have to hold these people accountable and call them what they really are. But I won't. I won't do it. But we all know what they are. They deny the 2020 election. They deny January 6th was an insurrection. They deny climate change. They deny vaccine mandates. At this point, we're a day away from the Iowa caucuses. I don't have any understanding, nor do I care, what got these Iowa Republicans to this level of venality. All I know is they're killing the planet, they're spreading COVID plus misinformation, and they're destroying our democracy. How could you turn out in below freezing weather to vote for any of these deplorables? What kind of rot is inside of you? How much do you hate yourself and others? How much do you want everybody to be as miserable as you are? Because that's why you would go out in this kind of weather to vote for Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis or Nikki Haley or Vivek Ramaswamy. The only reason you would vote for them is because you want the rest of us to be as miserable as you are.